Hello there, Croeso and welcome. I'm Shadow Lummox and I've got a question for you. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Yes, it's SpongeBob SquarePants, and this is one of the PlayStation Plus games for April, and it's SpongeBob SquarePants: The Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, a remake of a PlayStation 2 action platformer game. And the general gist of the story is Plankton here is on a mission to steal the formula for the Krabby Patty recipe. And he's going to do this by unleashing a load of robots on Bikini Bottom, but he forgot to make them obey him. So now chaos ensues and robots are unleashed upon Bikini Bottom, and it is the job of SpongeBob SquarePants and his friends to clear that
sure looks
up.
like we're in a doozy of a pickle. I think I'm gonna have to learn a lot in order to fix this mess. Meow. What a fantastic idea! These signs will provide important tips to help me out. How do I
So
read
after
the
some
signs?
expert advice from Gary,
Oh,
who will
okay.
help you out
Press this
at the
button
beginning
to
of the
read the
game,
signs.
you'll go through a
Ow.
little
So if I wanna
tutorial
come back and talk
section
to you
and
again,
explain
just walk up to
basically
you
the
and press
general
this
controls
button.
of the game.
I'd better get
But
started now,
anyone
Gary.
if you've
I
played
think that
any
this is
sort of
going to be a
platformer
very
game,
long
you'll
day.
get the hang of what's expected to you pretty quickly. You'll start off in a hub area such as this, just outside of SpongeBob's home. You've got these tikis that you can break to collect shiny pieces, and you can use those shiny pieces to unlock certain areas and to purchase golden spatulas, which, if we're going sort of from a Mario 64 type of situation, they're basically the golden stars of the game. Collect a number of them and you can unlock the next area from this hub zone. There's puzzles here as well that can help get stuff to help you out. I found a pair of golden underpants which give me an extra hit. So now I can take 4 hits before I die instead of 3, which is what you start with. And as I said, to anyone who's played these games enough will know the sort of things to expect here. As you can see, certain areas are locked off. I need to get a certain number of golden spatulas to unlock those areas. And the first area, which is just around the corner here, it is basically easily identifiable because there's no payment to get in. Once you're ready to go in, you just go to the taxi rank, press R1, and it'll take you to the corresponding zone. So the first zone you go to is the Jellyfish fields, and it's again pretty standard sort of formula set up by Mario 64 back in the 90s. There'll be an overall point to each zone, something you must do to get the golden spatula to complete the zone. But along the way there'll be other puzzles and other objectives that you can do to get more golden spatulas, and also a few other collectibles. Usually 1 or 2 collectibles that are unique to that area, and there'll always be, for example, Patrick's lost socks that you've got to find, and it's just really standard platforming stuff, but really well executed, lots of fun. And once you get the general gist of what you need to do, so in this first area you need to go to the top of the mountain to find King Jellyfish, to get some King Jellyfish Jetty to cure Squidward of his ails. And when you'll get into the level, there'll be you'll see the signs there. They'll help you with teach you certain bits about the game. And if there's a new mechanic for that area, it'll help you learn that. And quickly, so watch out for the general enemies. You'll be given every character you get will have an attack on square, with SpongeBob, he swings his net. With Patrick, you do like a little shoulder charge. And with Sandy, you do some karate moves. And funny enough, there's goo. This isn't water. You can't swim in the goo because we are underwater already, so it's a little thing they put in to block off certain areas to bring in certain challenges. Got teleport boxes there. There will be some backtracking to the levels as you gain powers, other abilities later on. Always. But it doesn't seem that there's going to be a huge amount of it, which is really, really good. As you just see very briefly there from the map, there's plenty of different zones. You can see you use the shiny objects that you collect to unlock then different areas within the zones you're in. There's also a standard checkpoint system, so once you get so far, if you die, you just respawn back at the checkpoint. And this is, as I said, one of the, there'll always be little side things to hunt, little secrets to find. So I find this little cave here. We find one of Patrick's lost socks. There are also side activities, so there's a bungee hook here. This is just for SpongeBob. You can use to bungee jump, and I'm going to use it here to collect this golden spatula, which I spotted earlier in my way through the level. Different characters have different abilities, and you'll need to use all the characters to eventually get all the collectibles in the level. This is a ability I don't have, so there'll be a little backtracking there. And eventually you'll come across Patrick in the level, and you'll get control of him. He has abilities and uses separate to SpongeBob. Patrick himself can pick things up and throw things, and is stronger as well, so he can do more damage when fighting enemies. So certain enemies with SpongeBob take 2 hits to kill, but with Patrick you only need the 1. And then you'll be given every time you get a new character, you'll be given a little tutorial, a few little puzzles to do that'll teach you how to use that character. In this case, you have the ability to pick things up and throw them, including the fruits, the little tikis as well, that you break as SpongeBob to get shiny objects. You can pick them up and throw them at other creatures, other tikis. Here we move on to the second level where you got access to Sandy. And Sandy can do glide jumps. So you double jump, hold X, and then you'll glide across large areas. You can also use circle to lasso enemies and to use the swing hooks. But it means that certain things that... So you use Sandy then to get to certain areas, but because you can't use circle to do the ground pound, which you do with SpongeBob, you're going to have to switch between characters to progress through the different parts of the level. And at the end of the levels, you'll get a boss or some sort of set piece that you've got to go through to finish it off to get the last objective. In the case of the second level, you're looking for steering wheels. And I'll leave you now with that, just to show you what you can expect from this sort of set piece. So just want to say, if you do intend to get this game, I like it, but I'm a bit weird. I like all sorts of games you would expect me to like. I never grew out of the games I liked as a kid, and then as I got older, I started to like the games I was meant to like as an adult as well. And it just ends up that there are just too many games for me to play, but this is a good laugh, and a very good recreation of the PS2 game. So we'll leave you with this last little piece. and just want to say diolch and thank you for watching.
Fresh like a spring breeze. I feel like a new sponge. Fresh like a spring breeze. I feel like a new sponge.